friends, and welcome to another episode of Moment to Pause. I am Faye, your host, and I am so excited that you are here with me in this episode. Today we are going to talk about a beautiful idea of moving meditation. You know, my friend, meditation does not happen on a mat, sitting cross-legged, closed eye, and being absolutely still. Meditation can happen while we are moving, while we are doing our yoga and vinyasa flow, or maybe our daily activities like cleaning a house, doing the dishes. To unravel this beautiful idea of moving meditation, I am joined by a beautiful friend of mine and yoga teacher, trainer, Katie Bayford. Hello, Katie.
Hello, Faye. Hello, everybody.
Thank you so much for taking a pause with us in here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Katie, I would like to start with your journey. How did you start yoga? How did you heard about this word?
I started my yoga journey back in the States, so I lived in New York. I really delved into yoga only briefly in the States. I'm originally from the UK, worked in a corporate world, in recruitment, so busy. Left there and moved to the States, lived in New York for 6 years, and really just started to find yoga more for my own self-practice there, really. I was going through some personal stuff, and it just really helped me deal with that sort of stuff. And I just loved how it made me feel, the practice, and I just wanted to learn more. I just wanted to go deeper. Moved to Sydney and lived there for 18 months and started to journey into studios and really experience the yoga in a space. And again, just really loved what I learned, and thought to myself then when we moved to Melbourne, how I really wanted to just actually go even deeper and become a yoga teacher myself. Hence why I did, and I did my training here in Melbourne, and 8.5 years later, I haven't looked back. It's just been amazing. It's just a part of me. It's not just the practice. It's a way of life. It really is a way of life. Not just the physical, which I love, but just everything, the in-depth of it, how it makes me feel. Definitely a way of life. So I am so grateful I found this path, and I'm here sharing everything with you guys.
Thank you so much, Katie. And I love the fact that you just pointed about in some part of your life that you felt a little bit challenged, and doing yoga helped you to bring you back to balance. Can you elaborate on that for us?
Yeah. Without going into too much depth with personal stuff, but I think it was the way it made me feel when I was presenting with these challenges, and being a little bit isolated where I was in New York, not having too many friends there when we first moved, having to give up my work, and I really just needed something for myself, and all these challenges that I was facing, I could just, it was self-practice, so it was at home practice that I was doing, but I could just go into a room, roll out my mat, and nothing else seemed to matter but just being there in the four corners of the mat, and then just really delving into this practice, pranayama, like a moving meditation, moving breathing, it just really calmed me down, and I just loved the way it made me feel, hence why I wanted to go deeper and have gone deeper into this practice and being able to share my experience with others.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And the idea of that you just said, practicing in the four corner of your mat made you bring calm and awareness into your practice. That's the actual point of this episode, that how can we bring this mindfulness in the four corner of the mat, and then later on take that to a four corner of our life.
I think moving meditation to me, I instantly think of yoga as moving meditation, the moving with breath, moving through asanas, through a flow. It just sinks to me as yoga, but moving meditation doesn't have to just be yoga. It can be so much more. I think you mentioned earlier, Faye, about when you're doing your housework, for example, and it doesn't have, meditation doesn't have to be seated, doesn't have to be still. And I love this fact that we're delving into this subject. It could be going out for a walk. You're focusing on nothing else but just your footsteps on the ground beneath you, maybe nature, hearing the birds, and you're just really focused on that moment. Just like when you're in a practice and you're on your mat and you're moving through one posture to the next, and you're just focusing on the instructor's voice, but also your breath as you're moving, and it's just fluid. It just becomes easeful, and just, I think, a really powerful practice as well. But going back to not always having to be movement, it can not having to be always stillness. This way of just moving and focusing the mind on the breath. I just think that's something powerful that just says something about. And coming into a studio, coming onto your mat, it's a chance and an opportunity to really slow down. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. Yoga's not about perfection. It's about being in your body, in this space, in this moment, on the four corners of your mat, just letting the external go for that 60, 75 minutes, whatever it is. And just really being in the flow and in the movement and in the moment, where you can just effortlessly flow from one asana to the next. And I think I quite often say in my classes, this moving meditation, when I invite students to go through their vinyasa, because it is just it should just be effortless. And it hasn't got to be rushed, hasn't got to be perfect, but it's just this way of bringing everyone together, breathing, moving, synchronizing, and it's so powerful, and it just looks amazing, and just feels just awesome as well.
It does, Katie. And vinyasa is a very fast-paced yoga in general. But the way that we bring mindfulness, we are actually doing poses in a really fast pace, but in a really mindful way as well, which is really relevant to our modern life, I would say.
Yes. The body is structurally made different, and no one should feel intimidated. No one should feel like they shouldn't be here. It's working within your own body, and whether that means that you take it even slower, you modify, it's just being in that moment, and sharing the space with everyone else, and just moving and breathing, and then nothing else needs to matter within those 60 minutes.
Exactly. And very beautiful that you said that we are all different in different state and level of mind and body, and sometimes we stumble or trip in our mat. Is that right?
Yes. I think that's all part of it, and a part of the challenge, where you can just drop in and be like, oh, okay, maybe that happened, let's just get back into breath, movement, pause for a minute, take a break, let's keep going. And I think sometimes we almost need to have that stumble or that fall or that not necessarily setback, but just that something to then recenter, reconnect. We're all faced with challenges in our life, every single one of us, and it's how we deal with those challenges to then bring us back into the present, and have a think about that. Have a think of, okay, next time I go out for a walk, let's just mindful of everything around me. Take it slower, every step on the ground, or even if you go for a run. I'm a big runner. My meditation for me is going for a run. If I'm scattered, if I'm stressed, I just put on my runners and I'll go out for a run. Whether I go hard out or whether it's a run, walk, whatever, it just really clears my mind. And that to me is my meditation. I find it hard to sit still, and I always have done. So I think as we, as the topic is evolving, as we said, meditation doesn't always have to be seated in a quiet room, cross-legged. It can be anything. Can be a walk, it can be a run, and to me, whether I go out on a run and I think, oh, I'm not feeling it today, as soon as I get home, I know I should have done that. I feel much better for that, and that for me clears my head, and it's my moving meditation.
Okay, I want to ask you about pranayama and the relationship between. We all know that pranayama and the meditation has really deeply connected with each other. How can we bring pranayama and connected to moving meditation?
I think apart from a yoga class where we are generally incorporating that flow, movement and breath work, something even simple as the first thing in the morning, okay, you wake up, maybe you just spend a few minutes, 5 minutes on just a simple breath awareness practice, a pranayama. It could just be a simple Samavritti box breath, 4 in, hold for 4, 4 out, hold for 4. Maybe that will help to start your day, to calm, not calm your nerves, but like if you're scattered first thing and you're rushing, oh, I've got to get kids to school, I've got to do this, just spend 5 minutes, just even 5 minutes, even 3 minutes, closing the eyes and then just bringing that pranayama to settle the mind, settle the body, and then sort of go about your day. And even awareness when we're, I guess, in that moving meditation, if it's going about our day, and if we're, I don't know, like I think Faye, you mentioned about, it could just be when you're doing your housework, for example. So maybe if you're doing your housework and then it's a moving meditation for you, you could bring in the breath, okay, 4 in, 4 out, 4 in, or whatever it is, bringing that into your your daily life, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or both, or all three, to just really connect in, to then just go about your day. And
100%. And the other thing that pranayama can help, that you mentioned so many times when you're doing your yoga, when you're cueing us, that anytime that our mind trying to slip away from the four corner of the mat, we can always bring it back by noticing our breath, the sound of our breath. And it happens all the times. For example, to me, it always happens when I'm doing the housework, or maybe I'm driving. Sometimes my mind slip away on something that it's not really relevant that my day, or trying to judge someone, or trying to replay a mistake that I did. And sometimes these are really affects on my nerve system and bring back the experience to me. When I notice my breath and start thinking and focusing and bringing awareness to myself, all of a sudden my mind came back to the four corner of the place that I am. And it's actually very helpful, isn't it, right?
I think it is, definitely, because we've got a monkey mind. Our mind is always wandering. There's so many thoughts that come into our mind, and that's the way it is. Like it happens. But it's
human.
Yes, exactly. We're only human. There's nothing we can do about that. But I think it's when you entertain those thoughts to when you just let them pass. So again, when you're on your yoga mat, it's all about the breath. You start off, let go of the external, don't worry about anything else but the four corners of your mat. And then maybe you can start to think about that at home, rather than thinking, oh, what have I got to do this afternoon? What am I doing for dinner? What time have I got to get the kids? Or whatever it is that's going about your day or in your life. Those thoughts are going to come, but try to not entertain those, and then bring it back to the breath. You can do pranayama anyway. Sit on the sofa, close the eyes, a few minutes just to focus on every breath in, every breath out, how that feels in the body. And it's a really powerful tool. We don't realise, we breathe every minute of every second every day without really realising it, because we just do it. But when we actually focus on it, how powerful the breath is and how it can really help the body, the mind.
Another question just came to my mind. What do you recommend for someone who just stepped into the yoga studio for the first time and want to practice yoga?
Oh, good question, Faye. And I think it's one that has been coming up a lot. We've seen, definitely with the studios that I teach at, a lot of new people coming in that wanting to explore this practice and don't know where to start. Definitely where I teach at Lightspace, it's a very welcoming space. All the teachers here are so welcoming to all the newbies that come in, very experienced. And I feel like even new people that have approached the practice haven't felt that they're cornered out or that there's any judgment in the space. I would say to anyone, look, we're all different. We've said that before. Everyone is made structurally different. Come along, just focus on yourself, your body, your mind, your breath as you move. Don't worry if you're behind, if you can't keep up. You take it at your own pace. You move with breath. You listen to the instructions, and you just have fun as well. I think there's so much seriousness going about in the world as well that we just need to pull back, slow down, and just like invite in this fun and this playfulness as well, and just explore. There's so much to explore with yoga, and again, it's not just all about the physical side, but you know, even if you come and sit in half the practice in a meditation, sitting there breathing, just being focused on the breath, I think it's just you know, that's even a great way to start. It doesn't have to be like I need to perfect every pose when I first come in. Us as teachers are all here to support newbies, and to support new people that come in to want to explore the practice without that judgment, and without having to get straight into a handstand on your first time. Like, it's not about that. And I think, you know, a lot of people probably have the misconception of all these fancy poses in yoga and, you know, handstands, headstands. It's not all about that. It's not all about that. It is about that moving meditation, being in the moment, being in the breath, being in your body, that space, that connection that it creates when you roll out your mat, whatever that might be to you. And I think that is, I think if you go with that, then just give it a go. And
that's a very good beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, Katie, what's ahead for you in 2026?
2026, it's not that long away, is it? Gee, it's really scary actually how quick 2025 is going. One huge thing that I'm so excited about in 2026 is being a part of the Light Space, a teacher training team, where I'll be delivering the anatomy portion of the course. So really excited about that. I love anatomy. I'm really passionate about how the body moves. A bit of anatomy geek, but it's just it just fascinates me. So I'm really excited to be a part of that next year. February, I think it kicks off the YTT. So that's a big thing for me in the beginning of the year. What the rest of the year holds, who knows? Maybe we'll see what happens there. But that's my focus for the beginning of the year of 2026. I'm super excited about that.
That's great. So much. Thank you, Katie, for taking a pause with us today. I'm sure that not only the listeners, I enjoyed our conversation and your wisdom. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Faye, for having me, and thank you everyone at home. Thank you.
Before we walk away from today's episode, I love for you guys to reflect, just to see where you can bring more awareness in your daily life. Because meditation is not just happening on a mat or on a cushion. It can happen in every step, every breath, and every moment that we choose to notice. Thank you so much for being with us in this episode. And if this episode really resonates with you, I'd love for you to share it with a friend who might need a reminder of, mindfulness is powerful. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, so you don't miss the next episode. But until next time, keep moving, keep breathing, and keep living your yoga. Namaste.